What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here with yet another Tottenham update video to bring to you today. There's a little bit of news. Obviously, we broke the news coming from Alistair Gold yesterday about Tottenham being interested in Matt Doherty, and that was kind of reliant on the Ainsley Maitland-Niles deal to Wolves. But what's come out this morning is that Arsenal have rejected the bid from Wolves, which was believed to be below 20 million. What do you make out of that? Do you still think it's something of interest for us? Well, obviously it's something of interest, but do you think it's something that we can still pursue?
Yeah, obviously we're relying on. I think we're relying on Wolves getting Maitland-Niles, and I think it will be classic Spurs if Arsenal not selling Maitland-Niles will scuppers any deal there. I think the fee reported for Doherty yesterday, what they saying between like 12 million. I think that's surely. We would think we have to pay at least 20 for the. I think for the seasons he's had last couple of years.
Even 20 seems cheap.
Yeah, so especially because Wolves will probably see us as a direct rival, especially where they finished the past couple of seasons. So I would think 20 million or 12 million would be extremely cheap. Well, that'd be a great deal for if we could pull that off. But yeah, it'll definitely depend on the Ainsley Maitland-Niles deal for sure, and that'll be a big blow if they pull out of that. Hopefully they can get that one over the line. I think that'll help us. Apparently we have yet to make a bid for Matt Doherty. That's what Sky Sports are saying. So I think this deal is very, very early stages. Nothing yet going to happen. I think it's dependent as well on Serge Aurier leaving.
Yeah, definitely. And as we told you last night, Alistair Gold did break this story. But since then, it was reported on Sky Sports this morning that we're interested in Matt Doherty. But like you said, no bid has been made. So I guess it's just one of those where we're going to have to wait and just see what happens with this one.
Yeah, I really like Matt Doherty. I think he's been class over the past couple of seasons. His attacking output is very, very high. He's got a very high goals and assist ratio.
He's an FPL manager's dream.
Yeah, he gets clean sheets as well. The only question mark is, if he goes into a back four, will he have that same attacking output? And if he does, will he be as good defensively as well? I think there's a few question marks around it, but I think for sure he's a tall player. He's physical. I think he's a player more dependable than someone like Aurier. He doesn't make as many mistakes as someone like Aurier does. So I think it will definitely be a big upgrade.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of people were in the comments yesterday asking why he hits that homegrown quota because he's Irish. The reason being is that he's been at Wolves from such a young age. So I think it's Wolves anyway. He's been at Wolves.
Yeah, he's been there 10 years.
Since such a young age. So he falls into the homegrown quota. When you think about it, it's crazy. Him being Irish falls into it. Dyer being English doesn't fall into it. It's nuts the way this whole thing works. But anyway, Matt Doherty does fall into the homegrown quota. Let's move on and let's talk about Serge Aurier. It's been reported by Sky Sports that
in Italy
saying that Serge Aurier will not be joining AC Milan because Tottenham Hotspur are asking too much money for the defender. Where have you heard that one before?
Classic Levy. We're leaving ourselves, I think. I think for Serge Aurier, I think the whole thing is he probably wants his money back on Aurier, which was 23 million that we paid a few years ago now in 2017. We're not going to be getting that money back. We're going to have to take a hit on it. Thing is with Levy, he never bloody compromises, does he? He never compromises on the deal. I think this one I think it will be done. I think we're going to have to accept a bit of a loss on it.
There's rumours other teams interested in him as well, so I'm sure someone can find 20 million to give us for Aurier.
I have a feeling this could be a bit of brinkmanship from Levy, putting out a few stories. Oh, Leverkusen's interested in him. This one's interested in him. Maybe get AC Milan to panic and
we'll get 30 million. Never mind 15 million.
I think we'll compromise like 18 million or something around that. I think we need to get him out the door.
Never compromises.
But I think on selling, he compromises more on selling than he does on buying. On buying, he'll never compromise an inch on buying. But on selling, maybe I think a bit he'll compromise. I think we need to sell Aurier because we need to get that right back in. We're not going to sign any right back start selling Aurier, that's for sure, because that's how Levy is. So we need to sell to buy, and I think he's one of the biggest assets we can sell, who's actually attainable and we're willing to sell. So we need to get him out the door. We know that, and I think this deal will be done. I think it will be done eventually. I think it's just a bit of brinkmanship.
I think so, but it bugs me so much because I know you're right in what you're saying that we're not going to buy a right back until we sell Aurier. But it's like you see Arsenal spending the cash. You see Leeds spending 30 million yesterday on a striker. Why can't we spend money? Why are we so broke? I don't understand. We've got no net spend for the last like 10 years or whatever. And it's like that stat that came out as well, what we're bottom of the table of spending out of our profits or whatever it is.
It's the percentage of money spent of our income, total income. And we're bottom of the league, or top of the league, however you look at it. We
spend the least amount of money. That's what you need to know.
5% of our income goes on transfers, which is the lowest percentage in the Premier League.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so that's that. Let's move on. There's been a few reports regarding Demarai Gray coming to Tottenham. Not really one that fills me with excitement. I mean, a few years ago when he first joined Leicester, I think a year after he joined, he was linked with us very strongly. And you would have taken it then because he was a very young player and he looked like he had good attributes and he was just young and not getting into Leicester scene. But now, 2-3 years down the line,
hasn't really developed, has he? And the thing is, I've always said about Demarai Gray. First of all, he's like a tricky winger who has a few like tricks up his sleeve and whatnot. And I think he's pretty good at like getting to attacking positions, but he doesn't have very good output. But one thing I've always said about Demarai Gray is Leicester don't really have good wingers. Right, they start with Albrighton and Harvey Barnes and Jose Perez, and like if Demarai Gray was that good, he would easily be getting in that team because the wingers aren't that good at Leicester. Yeah. So he's not like he's got Mahrez and Sterling in front of him. You know what I mean? He's got these average wingers in front of him, and if he can't break into that team, how is he gonna? Why is he any use to us? Yeah. So I don't see any point in that.
Even when he does play, he doesn't like pull up any trees or anything like that. So look, for me, I would leave that one alone. But again, I think it's I can't see us really being interested in.
Rumoured is they want 20 million for him. Just get out of here.
Yeah, let's just move on. Let's move on. Troy Parrott scoring on his debut for Millwall.
Stars he means to go on
in a 5-1 win in a pre-season friendly against Bromley. And there are a few quotes from him after the game as well, which is maybe proves how much he's growing up as well. So it says, "I don't have a favourite position. I'll play wherever gets me in the team," explained Parrott. He says, "Obviously I'm a striker. I've grown up as a striker. I like playing off the left and behind the striker as well. So either of those three positions, I don't mind. It's been great so far. I feel so welcome and I've settled in really well and really fast."
That's interesting because when you think of Troy Parrott and whenever you've thought of him, you always think of him as a in-the-box poacher kind of striker. Mm-hmm. But he's saying he doesn't mind playing on the left or behind the striker, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think he's saying that his ideal position is that number 9 in-the-box poacher. But if he can't get in the team there, he'll play out on the left. He'll play behind the striker.
No, it's just interesting that he's saying he's able to play there. Like he's capable. Like you wouldn't say like someone like Michael Owen or something is able to play on the left. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think it's interesting quotes from him, and I would like to see if he can be if he can be a versatile forward and adapt in different positions, he'll be so much more valuable to us. But obviously we need that backup striker role locked down. So I think it's a good start for him. Hopefully he can have a really successful season and come back to Spurs a much better player. I'm really excited about this season for him.
I'm really looking forward to doing this loan watch that we're going to do, keeping an eye on Troy Parrott and Ollie Skip. I really think they're both going to have good seasons. I really do. And Troy Parrott in the Championship, I think, and at Millwall, following in the footsteps of the old Harry Kane. I think, some omens there.
We'll revisit this in 6 months when he's been sitting on the bench for 6 months and not getting any game like Jack Clark.
No blaspheme for Troy Parrott, no blaspheme. But let's move on to the last point of the video. Lionel Messi signing for Tottenham.
It's confirmed.
Confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Here we go. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, all that news broke about Lionel Messi last night about how he wants to leave. Personally, I don't think he wants to leave. I just think he wants to get the president out, but that's neither here nor there for this video. After this news broke, there was a massive protest outside the Nou Camp yesterday, and I don't know if you saw it, but there was literally just Barca fans flipping out the cameras, flipping out the Nou Camp, flipping out everyone they see, and then randomly on the front line you see someone in a Spurs shirt giving the finger. It was just what was that all about?
There was a Yid on the front line. Exactly. There was a Yid on the front line. He knows where. Maybe Messi saw it and goes, okay, that's the place to be. You know what? One trophy Messi hasn't won. The Europa League. The Europa League.
Or the Premier League or the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup.
So, if you look, Messi, if you want to complete your trophy or club trophy haul, there's only one club to come to, I think. You've got Lamela here, Gazzaniga, Lo Celso, Foyth. Come join the family, Messi. Come join the family.
And there was an article.
We're on the front line for you. We're on the front line.
There was an article as well a few months ago saying how well Lo Celso and Messi played together for the Argentinian national
Just
squad.
saying. Just saying. You know where your bread's buttered, Messi. Come on, man. Lo Celso's there, ready to set up the goals for you. Imagine playing with Kane, man. You can play with Kane. Come on, Lionel. Come home. Come to Spurs. Come join the Argentinian family.
Maybe if Poch was manager, we'd have more of a chance.
We'll get Ozzy and Ricky. We'll fly them out. We'll get them to convince
exactly.
you.
Agent Ozzy Aldiles
Have a little
on the
chat
job
with
for us.
Poch. Poch can tell you how great Spurs is, but not the budget. We won't look. We'll pay you 50k a week. Okay, you might have to take a bit of a cut. I'll tell you what. We'll throw in a free skywalk.
Only one though.
One though. Yeah, you have to pay for the second time. No, half price second time. But and we'll pay you, I think, every goal you score about another 1,000. How about that?
I think that's a good deal.
That's
Lionel,
a good deal.
You ain't getting a better deal anywhere else.
On.
Forget PSG, forget Man City.
Come
you get it
Spurs.
all at Tottenham Hotspur. All right, anyway, that is your Tottenham update today. We spoke about Serge Aurier, Matt Doherty, Troy Parrott banging in the goals already for Millwall. Demarai Gray and obviously Lionel Messi. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano coming to Tottenham Hotspur. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about all that news. And as always,
Come on, you Spurs.